Once my father said, "Never look in that direction again." His voice was stern, trembling with a fear I never understood back then, but even as a child I couldn't look away. Outside my bedroom window, the world looked different after midnight, not the world of ordinary people, but a kingdom built on blood, power, sin. The forbidden district where the mafia ruled like gods in shadows, tall abandoned buildings with sealed windows, luxury cars parked where even the light was scared to enter, monsters disguised as men laughing like hyenas holding guns instead of toys. But for some reason, everything about that world always fascinated me. I would always stare, fascinated, curious, hungry. My father noticed every glance. "Wyan, don't look there." Your father's voice shook, not from anger but fear. He pulled the curtain shut, quickly blocking your view of the shadowy building across the street. "Why can't I look at it? What is in that building that scares you so much?" He spun toward you, startled by your tone. He cupped your face not gently but desperately, forcing your attention only on him. "You don't belong anywhere near that world." You frowned. "You say that every day, but you never tell me why." His thumbs brushed your cheeks, trying to erase the fascination shining in your eyes. A distant bang, not thunder. You knew that, cracked the silence. Your father flinched. "Those people, they are not ordinary. They don't live, they survive." You pulled slightly from his hold. "Then why do you know them so well?" His eyes widened at your question, his jaw locked, truth cornering him. "Because I worked among monsters and I'm still haunted by them." You stared, surprised but even more intrigued. "If you survived them, why can't I?" He exhaled sharply. That was not a question he wanted to hear. He kneeled to your height, fear shaking his voice more than any gun ever could. "Fine, promise me you will never go near that life. Promise me you will never step into that darkness." You hesitated, not out of fear but hunger. "What happens if I do?" His grip tightened, panic rising. "They will destroy you. They will break you for fun. They will own every part of you until you forget who you are." Your heart raced, not from fear but from the thrill in his words. He could see it. He was losing this battle. "Please, promise me. A father is begging." He nodded slowly, soft enough to soothe him. "I promise, Dad." His eyes closed in relief as he pulled you into his arms, and behind his back, your fingers crossed. A silent rebellion, a promise never meant to be kept because you were already addicted to the danger you didn't understand yet. That promise? Dead. Just like my father, and tonight, danger wrapped itself around me, tight and merciless, right in the dark alley behind that same forbidden building. Hungry eyes staring, cruel smirks inching closer, 5 men, predators, trapping you like prey. Lost sweetheart. She looks soft, can't wait to see how she cries. Cold rain that fell a while ago soaked your skin, but their hands were hotter than evil. You pushed back, fists, knees, nails, but they laughed. Tasty little toy. A hand yanked your hair, another grabbed your arm, teeth bared like wolves ready to tear into you. "No one is coming to save you. You shouldn't have set your feet in this area." You have no idea how you'll get out of here, how you'll save yourself from these hungry monsters, but you have faith. And that was so strong that suddenly a gunshot echoed and one of the men collapsed. Everyone's eyes widened, a shadow stepping into the alleyway with death in his stride, boots splashing through blood-stained water, a voice sharp enough to freeze bone. Who says she was alone? They turned, and fear swallowed every ounce of their bravado. There he stood, not a savior, not a hero, a legend, a nightmare, the former king of the mafia world, Mr. John. His gaze locked onto you, slow, sharp, claiming something he shouldn't, and the darkness bowed around him because in this city fate wasn't gentle and he just chose you. Those men, they trembled with horror and ran away in seconds. You looked at Mr. John. He stepped toward you slowly. His eyes, they didn't soften, but they did search your face, like he was looking for someone inside you. What are you doing in this alley at this arcade? You gulped. For some reason, your voice didn't come out. Then you noticed him narrowing his eyes, and then they relaxed as if he figured out your entire existence in just one glance. Ryan, he said your name like it wasn't the first time, like he owned the right to say it. You stiffened. How do you know that name? He didn't answer immediately. His gaze stayed locked with yours, dark and unreadable. You have his eyes. Yoon Ji-ho, your father's name, spoken with a weight you had never heard before. You swallowed, refusing to show the ache that name still carried. You slowly shook your head. He's gone, killed. There's nothing left of him. For the first time, Mr. John's jaw tightened, not in anger, in remorse, and in memory. Your father was loyal to me. He served under my command when the city still respected the name John. You stared, not shocked but strangely satisfied. This was confirmation. Your father was never ordinary. He saved my life once and vanished before I could return the debt. You held his stare, showing no weakness. Now there is no one left to pay him back. Mr. John looked you over, the dirt on your arms, the torn sleeve, the bruises blooming on your skin. Where are you staying? Nowhere. Who takes care of you? No one. You stood tall because weakness in front of a predator is. His gaze hardened with decision. He closed the distance between you both. Then from this moment, I take responsibility for you. Yoonji, whose daughter will not survive out here alone. You didn't smile, not outside, but inside you were already stepping through a door built from every forbidden dream you ever had. He turned his back, expecting you to follow, and you did, not because you trusted him, not because you needed rescuing, but because this was your entrance into the world your father tried to erase from your destiny. The world you always wanted. Darkness didn't drag you in. You walked into it yourself. Your new life has officially begun. Your father's warning is gone. You crossed fingers, promise finally wins. You stepped out of the car and the world you always dreamed about stood right in front of you. A colossal estate, black iron gates climbing toward the sky, armed guards dressed in silence and bullets, every lamp flickering like a heartbeat of danger. Not a house, a kingdom of shadows, the infamous name carved Above the entrance, the black fortress. Your lungs forget how to work for a second, Mr. John noticed. Don't be afraid, as long as you are inside these walls, nothing and no one will dare to harm you. He wasn't comforting you, he was stating a fact. Two guards immediately bowed when he walked forward. He tilted his head, signaling for you to follow. Inside, the air itself changed. Chandeliers gleamed with blood-red crystals. The floors shone like polished obsidian. Men in black suits nodded stiffly as he passed. This was power. You could feel it. Electric, cold, addictive. A maid hurried over when Mr. John gestured. Prepare a room for her. She will be staying here. The maid looked at you for a second, then she bowed rapidly and disappeared. Rest tonight. We will talk tomorrow. This place, it will take time to understand. Your father would have wanted this. You swallowed hard and only nodded. Soon you were led to a room that looked like it came out of a billionaire's secret vault. Velvet sheets, gold-rimmed mirrors, a bathroom larger than your old living room. The door closed behind you. There was pin-drop silence for some time. You walked to the giant window. The sky was quiet, too quiet, unlike the one that swallowed your father. You placed your palm against the cold glass. Dad, I made it. To the world you feared, to the world that took you from me. Your breath fogged the glass, but your eyes didn't waver. Now I finally understand why you call them monsters. Danger wasn't a rumor anymore, it was real. It was right below your window, breathing power, dripping blood. You leaned closer to the glass. This world, it destroys the weak. Your pulse quickened, but it rewards the bold, and I'm bold. A small dark smile curled at your lips. Addiction tasted like underline. I see why it pulls you in, why it's pulling me too. Your reflection stared back, eyes no longer innocent but gleaming with purpose. Hunger replaced fear, hunger for revenge, hunger for dominance, hunger to become what they fear. I'll climb to the top of this darkness. I'll make them remember your name. Your hand slowly curled into a fist. And when I find who ended you, your voice turned lethal. I will end them. Silence answered you, but power listened. Your reflection in the glass looked different. Sharper, deadlier, a queen still in her beginner's dress. But a queen nonetheless. You let out a breath, long, steady, like you had finally chosen your side. Then you turn away, enough staring at the battlefield. Soon you would rule it. Steam filled the bathroom as hot water poured down your skin, washing away the dust of fear, erasing the girl who once hesitated. Every drop felt like a new layer of armor. By the time you stepped out, wrapped in a towel, your pulse no longer raced from panic, but from ambition. You wiped the mirror with your hand. There she was again. You, the version your father never wanted to see. But would have been proud of. Deep down, you hoped so. A growl from your stomach interrupted the moment. Right, revenge could wait, food could not. You pushed your damp hair back and opened the door. The hallway was silent, too silent. This mansion was a kingdom of ghosts at night, or so you assumed. Barefoot, wrapped in nothing but a towel, still dripping water, you padded down the marble stairs, each step colder than the last, but fear, you didn't carry that with you anymore. You carried hunger for food and for the world beneath this roof. A dim corridor led you toward the kitchen, lit by a single golden chandelier. You slipped inside, the fridge door opened with a soft hum of light. You bent down, scanning the shelves. Milk left over in silver trays, something expensive with gold foil. You reached for something, anything that was when the air tightened, like the mansion itself inhaled. When you finally turned, your breath faltered. A man, a young man, he stood there half hidden in shadows, yet more visible than anything in your world. Black shirt, sleeves rolled to his elbows, veins and tattoos painting stories you didn't know yet, but wanted to. His eyes locked on you, not on your face, on the droplets trailing down your collarbone, on the towel barely clinging to existence. Your heartbeat thundered, not scared but nervous. He stepped out of the shadows, jaw ticking as if holding back a threat or a desire. His stare traveled up, slow and sinful. Finally, his gaze met yours. Then a smirk, dark and arrogant, curved his lips. His voice, a low rumble that vibrated through your bones. Who the hell are you, and why are you naked in my kitchen? Throat tightened, but something in you refused to look weak. The owner of this house brought me here. He chuckled, not a soft laugh, a low, cruel one that made heat crawl under your skin. The owner? He stepped closer, tilting his head dangerously. I'm the owner here, sweetheart. Blinked, confused. Oh, wait. Another step. Your heartbeat stumbled. You mean my father? Your eyes widened. He's your father? You are. You didn't finish because his smirk was enough to send chills inside you. You know who I am now, hmm? He leaned in, his breath ghosting your cheek. John Jungkook, the man people pray not to meet. His fingers brushed a drop of water that slid down your collarbone, and you felt goosebumps all over your body. The one you just met, like this. You took a step back, he followed without hesitation. Stay away. His eyes darkened into something possessive. No, he whispered like a promise and a threat. You walked into the wrong world, pretty girl. He caged you between his body and the counter, not touching but your skin burned as if he already had. And now that you're here, his gaze slid down, then up slower. I don't think I'll let you go. Your heartbeat was chaos, fear, attraction, the kind that could ruin you. You can't do anything to me, you said breathless. He smirked, amazed. Challenging me? I like that. But sweetheart, you can't do anything. His hand lifted, barely grazing your jaw. You are now mine and completely mine. The room felt too small for the fire he ignited in you. He leaned so close your lips almost brushed. His voice dropped to a sinful whisper. Better get used to this house, angel. His eyes locked onto yours, unwavering, claiming, because from this moment, no one else gets to see what's mine. Your pulse stuttered, and in that moment you understood something terrifying. He didn't just notice you, he chose you, and men like Jungkook never choose lightly.